Hello. Welcome. I welcome you again to this program. I welcome to you to Friday Nightclub on Gun Football. This is a brand new channel, and I hope that with our previous channel. So that's why we are live here, guys. Thank you for actually. I can see some people just joining us. Thank you guys for joining. So, guys, so I welcome you on Instagram. I also welcome you on Facebook and also on YouTube, guys. So, go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's a new one. So, the last one we had issues with it, but we are back again, and I like the response from others. I can see that the response from others. I can see that what's it called? I got close to a thousand subscribers already just on that 1 week. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will switch off the Instagram one. I will advise you to go on YouTube at Gun Football to go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So because I'm going to off the Instagram very soon. So guys, please just don't forget, go on YouTube. That is where you can actually enjoy the full program. So I be your host Smith Lai, and and just let me just welcome some people. Caller Bright, thank you for actually joining. I can see your comments on Facebook, on YouTube. Thank you for actually joining. Winger Gains, thank you for joining. And also this sport agency, thank you for also joining. Guys, just let me know where you are joining from. Let me know where you're joining from different parts of the world. Let me know where you're joining from so I can say hello to you. Thank you. Let me know where you actually joining from. Guys, it's at Gant Football 2. I'm going to put that one on so it's just put at Gant Football 2 at Gant Football 2 on YouTube. Guys, don't forget to go there because I'm going to switch off. Okay, thank you, Jenny from Langelis. Thank you for actually joining. So, Caller Bright, I know I'm actually late, but so guys, that's that at Gant Football on YouTube. Go on YouTube because I'm going to switch it off very soon on Instagram. So we're going to be streaming live on YouTube and also on Facebook. So I'm going to just kickstart straight away. I don't want to take too much of your time. So this just yesterday, Nigeria actually played against Benin Republic, and okay, I hear you, Prince Khalid from California. So thank you guys. I also hear you from joining. This is Felix from Cape Town. So thank you, Felix, for actually for joining. So I hear you. You guys, don't forget to tell. We know that not everyone is going to be familiar with this channel yet, but please, those that that normally join us regularly and they're not aware of the change in circumstance, please inform them so that they will not miss out on this. Please don't just inform them, please, so they will not actually miss out on this program. It promised to be a very interesting one, and I've did a lot of work in the background. Ghana, okay, Sigi from Canada. Thank you, Sigi from actually from joining. So, like you can see the strip line on the screen now is Benin Republic Nigeria tactical review, the AFCON 2025 qualifiers. So let me just kickstart. It's no longer news that Nigeria drew 1-1 against Benin Republic yesterday, and the performance wasn't great, and a lot of Nigeria already calling for the withdrawal of what's it called, calling for the withdrawal of that Osnego Avon to step down. So guys, go on YouTube. I said go on YouTube. Gant Football 2 at Gant Football 2 on YouTube. Please, at Gant Football 2 on YouTube. Share, because I'm going to stop this Instagram very soon now. go on at Gant Football 2 on YouTube. I'm gonna stop it here. Then, guys, don't forget, go on Gant Football 2 on YouTube. That is where you can actually enjoy the full program. So no longer news again that Nigeria actually drew 1-1 to Benin Republic in Abidjan. Benin Republic scored first through Mohamed Jani and Victor Osimhen, the current African Player of the Year, equalized and the game, and then the stalemate 1-1 draw. With that, Nigeria now finished top of that group and automatically also qualify for the next AFCON that's going to be played in Morocco next year. So the second team in the group will be decided maybe probably on Monday. But the Republic will be away against Libya in Benghazi. Why Nigeria will host Rwanda in Uyo. Rwanda can still qualify, but the Republic can still qualify. Libya can still qualify. So that makes it slightly a lot tricky. So, but the Republic needs to avoid defeat against. Thank you. You need to avoid defeat against. Libya in Benghazi. Why Rwanda need to beat Nigeria and hoping that Benin Republic does not win in Benghazi. So it's still open. So sorry, it's Gant Football. Sorry, let me just put that one down again. So apologies that I'm have to at Gant Football 2. Just put at Gant Football 2 there. Like the way I type it this way, at Gant Football 2. At Gant Football 2. Can you see on YouTube? At Gant Football 2 on YouTube. Go there. Thank you. Thank you. It just issue with the YouTube thing that I know that we're like over 4,000 going to 5,000, but unfortunately things YouTube decided to actually do what they did. So, but we are back again, almost 1,000 already. So we are back, and we are actually I'm happy that you guys actually responding well. So after the game, Osnego, I also said something that the game was a fair result. So I'm going to actually allow you to listen to Osnego, and I'm going to actually and William Troost-Ekong, and I'm going to write back.
Coming to this game, we haven't lost the game. We wanted to maintain that and try to win the game here. Worst case scenario, draw. We want to qualify without losing the game, and we knew we are capable of. We have all the qualities. We have whatever it takes to beat anybody, any day, anytime. Benin was a bit more under pressure, but we didn't look at that, haven't qualified, and we'll come back here and lie down. No. Nigeria is a team that is respected. Almost won the AFCON last time, so we have to try to do what? Maintain that standard.
I want to congratulate our coach, our team for qualifying for the next AFCON. That was our objective. How many months ago now? 4 or 5 months ago when we started this campaign. We heard about it just before the kickoff. Our idea was always to try and win this game. We don't want to put on a showing that is not worthy of Nigeria. So today, I also have to give credit to Benin. I think they had a good game plan. I thought we were a little bit unlucky the moment they scored because the person we were missing at the front post was off the pitch on the other side, Victor Osimhen, and that's why they scored the set piece. So credit to them. We know they're a good threat from that. And from then on, we just wanted to continue to play well and try to win the game. So I think, like the coach said today, 1-1 was a fair result. I would still like us when we play against Benin, but today was a fair result. And like I said, we're very happy to qualify and to remain unbeaten in this campaign.
So that was William Troost-Ekong and the coach of the national team, Osne Guava, after the game. So one thing that caught my attention there was that Guava said that we went there not to lose the game. I don't think Nigeria should be going to the Republic, trying to go there and avoid defeat. But that's what he said. And this is like a recurring decimal too. Because the last time that Nigeria went to play in the World Cup qualifier against Ghana, he said that they went to Kumasi to get a draw and come and finish Ghana off in Abuja. So they went to get a draw in Kumasi, but they lost. They withdrew again in Abuja, and we failed to qualify for the World Cup. So I think we need to have this big team mentality that we can actually beat anybody. So it's very important. So now I'm going to go straight into a tactical analysis. But before I go into that, I want to give you a breakdown of the Benin Republic team that played against Nigeria. The goalkeeper is Danjino. Danjino is one of the goalkeeper. He plays for in Division 2 in South Africa. He's a goalkeeper in Division 2 South Africa. I'm just giving you so you can have an idea of the team that Nigeria played against. Their right back is Rahman Mumini. Rahman Mumini is an home-based player. He played in the Benin Republic League. He played in the Benin Republic League. So the left back is called what? Taminu Oru. Taminu Oru plays for Division 2, a club called Atta, Division 2 in UAE. A club called Atta, Division 2 in UAE. So I've counted 3 players now. None of them are playing first division football. Okay, let's move on. In the defense, they have at least a player that plays in the Swiss league. That's called Mohamed Tijani. It's called against Nigeria. He plays in the Swiss league. It's called against Nigeria. So that's Mohamed Tijani in their defense. But what surprised me is that his defensive partner, Roshi is actually his defensive partner. He plays in Romanian League Division 2. He plays in Romanian League Division 2. He plays in the Romanian League Division 2. And it's not even a first team player. Pay attention, please. So he plays in the Romanian League Division 2. It's not even a starter. It's always on the bench in Romanian League Division 2. Okay, let's move on. In the midfield, they have Hassan, Imran Al-Hassan. Imran Al-Hassan plays in the Egyptian League. No, he has moved from the Egyptian League. He now plays in the Benin Republic League. So he's an home-based player. He plays in the Benin Republic League. The team he plays for is called Chalan. It's not even a top team in Benin Republic League. So they have Amelda. I think Amelda plays in Cyprus. He plays in Cyprus, Division 1 in Cyprus. And, he's a starter, in that division, in Cyprus League. He's a player in Cyprus League. I'm moving forward now. Olaiton plays for Division 2 in France. Doku, and that wearing number 19 jersey that day, played in Egyptian League for Samoa. I'm just giving you a breakdown of the team we played against. Up front, Tosin Ayegun too played for 2nd division in France, just like Junior Lighton. Why up front they have Steven Monet, that one plays in Bundesliga. So if you look at this thing, only 2 players play in the 1st division for them. Even those 2 players cannot even be in our top 50. Opinion. They have a defender that plays in the Swiss league. I saw them, they lost 1-5 to Basel. It was all over the place. And Steve Mooney too, he plays for Augsburg. We know him very well from his days in Cardiff City. Plays for Augsburg in the what's it called? In the German Bundesliga. So those that also came on, Atunji came on from Burnley. He's a bench warmer in Burnley. Why Adeu came on, he plays in second division in France. Yeah, Laval is always on the bench, 2nd division in France. So just to give you the team that Nigeria played against. So the guy that marked Ademola Lookman, I'm going to show you something today. He's an under 20 player from Benin Republic. He plays in the under 20 championship. Under 20 player from Benin Republic. So he plays for Yaima FC. Let me just try and get the name properly. So, Momone is called Rashid Momone. He plays for Yaima FC in the Benin Republic League. Just to give you an example of, give you a team that we played against. Now, I want to move on to the tactical analysis of that game. What I saw, what I think Eguavon tried to do, and what I think he actually got wrong. I'm going to also compare this game to the previous game that Eguavanshli was coached Nigeria in this qualifier. It's now left for you to judge. Maybe the team is moving forward under this coach, or the team is what is going backwards. So this is the first slide I'm going to show you now. This is the first slide I'm going to show you now. This is just after the first minute. The plan of Genetro was clear in this first minute. You can see they threw after the first minute, after just 14 seconds, they threw a long ball. Can you see? It was 1 versus 3. They knew that we were very lean team in our midfield. They tried to overpower the midfield straight away. Straight away, we already 4 at the back, but this attack did not actually materialize. But right from the first minute, we knew that Benin Public team looked at our midfield. They want to get on that midfield and put pressure on our defense. So that was the plan. So we too also have our own plan. The Austin Eguavoen plan in this game was to get the ball to Lookman and Bruno Yemechi and to cross the ball early into the box for Victor Osimhen. You can see this slide as early as the second minute of the game. Bruno Yemechi was just trying to find Victor Osimhen all through, and that was the story of our first half. Victor Osimhen, trying to get the long ball to the wide area, especially on the left-hand side, and get the ball to Victor James Osimhen. And that was the story of that was the story of the day. I can tell you. So, this ball came into Victor Osimhen, but, clearly the Benin Republic actually they took care of that ball. The same thing too. And you see, this was another ball too to Victor Osimhen. But, what surprised me in this game was this, in this part was this. Victor Osimhen and Iheanacho, they were going for the same ball. In fact, Iheanacho had a miskick on this ball. But even if Iheanacho did not miskick this ball, he's going to strike the ball and hit Victor Osimhen. So I was so surprised the way the setup was. Victor Osimhen, there was no coordination in that attack. You can see clearly they were going for the same ball. There was no even communication between the two of them. That, leave it for me. There was no communication, nothing. Going for the same ball. Iheanacho went for it. Osimhen went for it. At the end of the day, two of them miskicked the ball. But then public, that's as early as what? As early as the second minute. So I told you earlier that Eguavoen game plan was to get the ball to Bruno Yemechi and Lookman and cross the ball in early for Victor Osimhen. So another game plan from Eguavoen was that he also wanted Iheanacho to drift into the midfield and see maybe he could get those long balls to Victor Osimhen. This was another example in the third minute. You can see Iheanacho, but it was too late. Victor Osimhen was too early to bridge that offside gap, or Iheanacho was too late. But you can see clearly here that it was Iheanacho that was actually too late to actually pass that ball, and it was actually offside. It was too late. So that was the plan. The plan was Iheanacho to drift in, try and get a very slow Benin Republic defense off guard, and also for Bruno Yemechi to cross the ball early to Victor Osimhen. So the game yesterday was centered on Victor Osimhen. How Victor Osimhen could perform well. But I'm going to go to my summary. So this is another one again. 2-1. They were marking Lookman straight away. So it was for Lookman to get the ball. Lookman to get the ball to Bruno. Then Bruno crossed the ball. So this was our first major opportunity of the game. You can see that, and that's why I was, a lot of people that criticize Alex Iwobi, in my opinion. Guys, please, those on Instagram, in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to off it on Instagram. Go on YouTube, please. Go on YouTube at Gan Football 2. Go on YouTube. Please go on YouTube. I'm going to leave it on Instagram. I'm going to just go on YouTube so that post the link, you can get it. Please go on YouTube. So for me, I think Iwobi should be scoring this ball, but the ball just came under his leg. and he couldn't actually find the back of the net. So, but for me, in a very crucial game like this, that you don't get too much opportunities, you'll be looking for a way to actually to to score. But unfortunately, he actually kicked this ball, was trying to do a back kill, but things didn't actually work well. So you can see, I told you earlier about Iheanacho trying to drift into the midfield and find Victor Osimhen. Another example of that is this. Can you see? You saw Victor. Everything was about Victor Osimhen to score. Everything was about Victor Osimhen to score. You can see Iheanacho too. He drifted into the midfield. I put that red line. That was the ball Iheanacho played to Victor Osimhen. But the blue line you see there is another option that Iheanacho could afford to just exploit. Because if Iheanacho could play that ball to Lookman and Bruno, it's now 2-1 for them. It might be even more dangerous for him to play that blue pass than to play the red one. But they played the red one, and it was too much for Victor Osimhen, and the goalkeeper actually came for it. So this was the story of Nigeria trying to get the ball to Iheanacho, to play that long ball to Victor Osimhen. I think he was thinking that, okay, Iheanacho is going to be the creativity in that area. So, and and you can see that. So now, I want to move on to the Benin Republic threats now. What I said against Rwanda, what I said against Benin Republic is here again. I said that a simple ball, just one simple ball, beats us in our midfield. That was what you actually saw there. Just a simple ball from the defense line. You can see Ididi and this guy and Wobi, nowhere to be found. You can see, the attack thought with this, and I can show you the next slide. The next slide was this. This was the next slide. The guy crossed the ball into that blue circle, that blue square. Iwobi already lost his marker. The guy kicked the air. That would have been the first goal for Benin Republic. This wasn't the first time that this situation happened under Osine Guafon. It wasn't the first time. And I'm going to show you that same thing again. Losing markers, a deep runner. I'm going to show you that now. So I want to show you that happened against Rwanda. I'm going to show you that. So I think that you can see. You can see. This happened. So it's not a player thing. It's not a player thing. The gap. Our midfielders normally lose markers. This game was against Rwanda in Kigali. This game was against Rwanda in Kigali. You can see that guy. Nobody was marking the guy. Our midfielders were just nowhere to be found. So sometimes a lot of people blame the players. This is Dele Bashiru and Ndidi in the midfield today against Rwanda. The midfield yesterday was Alex Iwobi and Ndidi. So the same players, the same mistake. Different players, the same mistake. So when people blame players, it's the way the coach set them up. The same mistake, different players. So who are we going to blame for this one? The same thing, it kept on happening. So this thing, I will show different slides, showed you. I'm going to show you another one again. I'm going to show you another one that just a simple ball. You can see this. I'm going to show you so many similarities. I'm going to show you now very soon. So let me just continue. I want to show you one before I leave this part. There was one that really annoyed me against this thing. Another. I want to show you something so that you can know that it's just about us getting it right. So it's about us. Yeah, this, can you see? This is what I'm talking about again. You can see this thing, this clip. It happened again against this thing. What I'm trying to say is that you don't get beaten easily like that. It's going to give pressure. A simple pass. Can you see? Dele Bashiru, nowhere to be found. And I'm going to show you this was against Rwanda in Kigali. Dele Bashiru, a simple pass. Dele Bashiru, nowhere to be found. Just a simple pass. Then the guy is already what? Facing our defense line. Another problem again. So I'm going to show you the same thing. That's what I've missed this flight. Can you see this one? The same situation. A simple pass, our midfielders flat. Flat. The same pass. They're facing our defense one-on-one. Just a simple pass. Flat. That is what we're talking about. It's not about the players now. It's about how they set them up. So I'm going to move on. So that was what happened. So this is the goal that we considered. So indeed, there was the one marking the guy that went to go and receive the ball. But it was a very small, very loose marking. I just expect you to challenge this ball more. You can see that guy I put in red was the guy that scored the goal. It was marked properly with Alex Iwobi, but what can you see there? The movement just turned into what goal, which I don't want to go into. All of you actually saw that Iwobi was really at fault in that goal. It wasn't actually monitoring his marker. But this goal, oh my days! I think Stanley Wabale is giving me Uzor vibes now because this goal, I think Wabale should have saved this. Maybe it wasn't the right mental state. May God bless his soul. I learned that he actually lost his father. Maybe probably a lot of things actually affected him too. But the Wabale I know should be saving this ball. Should be saving this ball. So, and he's giving me like Uzor vibes here. Maybe his mind is not settled, He's giving me Uzor's vibes here. So you can see, and we actually we considered from this. That was the goal we considered. So guys, I just want to tell you again on Facebook and Instagram, there's more people. You are leaving Facebook, you are using YouTube, coming to Instagram. Guys, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube because it's the first day. I don't want to switch off this Instagram for now. Go on YouTube. And I'm going to post the link too very soon, so you can actually come and say what you have to your opinion about it. Thank you, Osiremen, for complimenting. Eguavon isn't the right coach. For me, I agree with you on that. Our set piece wasn't good enough. Yes, I agree. So, and Color Bright said that you are 10 minutes late. We pay fine. Sorry about that, my Oga. It's just that I was trying to put the analysis together, get those things ready and the clips too. But unfortunately, I was late. I finished work around 9 p.m. UK time. So apologies for that. So welcome back on Odunbayo Mobilagi. Guys, it's a new YouTube channel, and I want to appreciate all of you for subscribing directly. John James said that Esposa Guavon is below average code. I think he's a good man, fantastic personality. I don't think he's good tactically. That is my opinion. So our players were too complacent, and actually the knowledge of having qualified before the match made them before maybe, but I don't think they'll play more than this. Make Pessin call NFF to join. I hope they can. His mind was not settled. Okay, talking about Bobon Wabale. Okay, guys, let's move on. So now, another simple ball. This is another simple ball. Now we show you something too. Another simple ball. You know what happened here? Ekong went to challenge Munir for that ball. He went to challenge YouTube link. Let me put it here. Against Football 2. Sorry, Against Football 2 is the YouTube, guys. Go there and go and subscribe directly, because sometimes too we have to cancel this Instagram. I'm really focused on YouTube. So I'm going to post the YouTube very soon when I'm just about to finish my analysis here. So, and that thing here, you can see similar one to the game against Rwanda. Let me just put that one slightly against Rwanda. I'm gonna go to that later. So, Good talent Friday this thing. So now, after what even make me more upset is this. After we considered the goal, Benin Republic constantly forced us to a 4-5-1 formation. Our defenders are the red one. What's it called? The blue ones are midfielders and Osimhen up front. We kept on. They forced us to a 4-5-1, a 5. Sorry, not a 4-5-1. Sorry, a 5-4-1. Apologies for that. It's a 5-4-1 formation against Benin Republic. And we are go down a 5-4-1 formation. That is so embarrassing, And they kept on pushing us. And what surprised me here is this. You can see, Benin Republic, this scenario looks like you are playing monkey post. 4-4. 4-4. I can tell you that Benin Republic played us with this 4-4. They took the ball away from us, and this was the result of it. Can you see? They took the ball away from us, and this was the result of that action. So we made it so easy for them, and there was lack of intensity. I won't lie to you in this game. So now, this is why I also criticize Sianajo in this game. They gave him to be like the chief creator. Now that you have 2-2, the two guys you have up front, they are in top form. Victor Osimhen is scoring goals. Lookman is scoring goals for Atlanta. Victor Osimhen is the best player in Turkey, and Lookman is the best player in Italy as of now. For me, this is where Lookman likes to receive the ball. Sianajo delayed this ball. He didn't play the ball early. He delayed this ball until this place. It was too late. Lookman was already offside. Then the referee called it to be what? Offside. It was a great opportunity from a counter attack. Delayed it. He passed the ball. It was too late. Ball was offside. Then Benin Republic recovered. That was the end of it. So this was Victor Osimhen's miss. And I have to talk about this miss. This miss also came from a cross from Bruno Yemichi. That was the tactics from Eguavon. Bruno crossed the ball to Victor. I'm still going to talk about my opinion about that tactics. Victor Osimhen should be scoring this goals. Victor Osimhen should score. We are going to a World Cup qualifier. Chances go to be far between. You have to be getting this ball in the back of the net. Nobody says anything about this miss. Maybe because Victor Osimhen. But this should be a goal for Nigeria. This should be a goal for Nigeria. Though we equalized, but this should be a goal for Nigeria. I think maybe he wasn't patient enough. And if I'm not mistaken too, he missed similar opportunity like this for Galatasaray. I think Victor needs to look at this type of balls, and Victor should be scoring this goal. It was miles offside here, or onside here. He should be scoring this goal. So it came from our tactics too, that it was Bruno Yemichi that crossed the ball. So crossing to this thing, to Victor Osimhen. So this was actually what in the second half, where we changed our formation to a 4-2-4 formation. Two midfielders, Onyedika came in, and we had like 4 players up front. So now, this was the second half too. I can see Boniface and Victor Osimhen, in the box, getting the ball to Victor Osimhen, crosses. And I think that was what the guy was saying, just to get the ball to Victor Osimhen, cross the ball to Victor Osimhen, cross the ball to Victor Osimhen. That was it. Cross the ball to Victor Osimhen at every point. So guys, if you want to join, I have the link already on YouTube. So, and on Facebook, go on YouTube and click on it and actually join if you want to join, because I'm about to wrap up my analysis. So just stay in the waiting room and I bring you on. The link is there. Guys, if you are on Instagram, you want to join the YouTube link, go on YouTube. Go at Gang Football 2 on YouTube. go and click on the link and actually what you can stay in the waiting room. Don't worry, I will bring you on, as soon as I'm done. So this was Simon, trying to cross the ball. You can see Victor Osimhen raising his hand that said, come on, you should get the ball across quickly. So, and also you can see that this is the final one. We scored through the cross, through the another cross again, different from the previous one. We scored, and that was the equalizer, and the game ended in a 1-1 draw for Nigeria. For me, I'm going to say a few things before I wrap it up. I think Eguavoen tactics, he got it wrong. Currently, the best player in Africa now is Ademola Lookman. It's even not Victor Osimhen, with due respect. I think you cannot play a formation that will not favor your best player. I think, in planning these tactics, I think that Eguavoen have considered Lookman is one of the most informed players in Africa now. For me, I think that I would have planned with Lookman, because getting crosses into the box is not Lookman's game. You have to give him a lot of space to run between the balls and to take his marker on one-on-one. So for me, I think that was wrong. And secondly, too, for you to play Alex Iwobi and Iheanacho, that are liability, they are defensive words, they are liability defensively, it's also wrong. You're going to get a lot of pressure in the midfield. And the boys that play against us today, the quality they have is so low compared to Nigeria. But they played better than us, in my opinion, in that midfield. They were on us, they were winning second balls, they were going to tackles, we were just playing. Just, if you look at Victor Osimhen was telling Simon, just be crossing the ball. Imagine. So we cannot play between these guys now and create like a reasonable opportunity. Now it's crosses. The NFF, or I don't know who is in charge of checking analysis, she looked at this game very well. Know that there's nothing in this game. There's nothing in this game to write home about. There's nothing in this game to write home about. If you are going with this mentality to a World Cup qualifier, we will not qualify for the World Cup. I'm saying it here now. Write it down. My name is Mitlayi. I'm saying it. Today is on the 15th of February of November 2024. If Austin Eguavoen remains the Super Eagles coach, Nigeria will not qualify for the World Cup. And it will come and tell you that the deed already done before he took the job. But I can tell you here that he's a good man, but he's not good enough to lead Nigeria. That's my take. And finally, when you see the same mistake over and over in a team, that means that the team is not improving. I can tell you that the Super Eagles, they're not improving under this man now. The first game he played against Benin Republic was his best game. For Nigeria. The performance was dropping. Now is on the new low. The next one is to beat us. We said that going to Rwanda to get a draw was a good result for Nigeria. But Libya too went to Rwanda to go and win. So in that place, you think a draw is good. A draw will end Nigeria World Cup hopes next year match. A draw in Kigali will end all Nigerian World Cup hopes in Kigali. So, in my own opinion, I think he needs to step down. He needs to look at it this way: that I can't take this thing further, and I need to actually just allow someone that is capable of doing this thing to actually to take over. That's my take. I will still say something more I have my first guest here, my very good man, Sean Opie. Sean Opie, thank you for joining. I'm going to actually bring you on now. So, Sean Opie,
Hey,
thank you
bro.
for. You are now on, Sean Opie. You can just.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can get on your camera and thank you for. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Thanks for joining.
Yes. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me.
So what's your take? And yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, thank you.
You said, what's my what?
Yeah, we can hear you talk. We can hear you talk. Just give us a take on it.
Uh, it was a very, I mean, to me, the game was almost like the players had pounded yam before they came on the field.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were very
Mm-hmm.
lethargic. They had barely could string passes together.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked that Eguavon would start a player like Kelechi. He didn't make any sense to me. You know, we are very strong on
Yeah.
our wings. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't going to offer. I mean, again, I'm a big fan of Kelechi, but I think football is not the same as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
the wings is our potency, right? You are now
Mm-hmm.
taking one man off from that potency, from those three-prong attack.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It didn't really make sense to me. Well, I mean, some people will argue that it's because we've already qualified, but it still doesn't make sense to me. I mean,
Yeah,
it
makes
doesn't
sense.
make
Yeah.
sense to me. It was a very, very lethargic game. We're lucky to have the draw because if Benin had better finishers, they would have probably scored like more than maybe a goal or maybe one more goal, or
Mm-hmm.
two more goals.
Yeah.
I'm particularly impressed about this Junior Olaiton guy.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is not a League Two material, man. That guy is a
Mm-hmm.
baller. He's a baller,
Mm-hmm.
solid baller.
Mm-hmm.
But I I want to share your sentiment that I don't have confidence in us going to the what's it called, World Cup qualifiers,
Mm-hmm.
because it's gonna be tougher,
Mm-hmm.
in those qualifiers.
Mm-hmm.
South Africa is really, they are waiting. They want a revenge. They
Mm-hmm.
want a revenge one way or the other. They feel that I think they feel like anytime they're at their point of their joy, we always stop them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
this time around, they really, 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 really. I can remember the words of the SAFA president, right? The
Mm-hmm.
SA president, the FA president. He said they are coming to South Africa. You guys are going to Uyo. I want you guys to show them, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So the margins are, and Ugo Bros is a better coach than Eguavon times 10.
100%. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was on the show yesterday and I was telling them that, Eguavon is not the man for us. And
Mm-hmm.
people were being sentimental, they were bashing me that we should
Mm-hmm.
learn to support our own. I'm not gonna be sentimental, man. The
Mm-hmm.
goal is to make Nigeria proud. So forget
Mm-hmm.
about it. You can't tell me you're more patriotic than me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, if we don't qualify, it's the same people that will say, "Oh, we have a bad coach," right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I share with you, I don't think, especially when it becomes tactical and it becomes an uphill battle. I think Eguavon struggles a lot.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
yesterday, he was outclassed tactically
Yeah.
by what's his name,
Get a
by
draw.
Getting Raw. He was
Mm-hmm.
outclassed. Those
Mm-hmm.
boys played some beautiful football. Those
Mm-hmm.
Beninois, man,
Yeah.
beautiful football, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that they don't have the star power that we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those kind of goals that Osimhen will score. Those are world class goals, man. In
Yeah.
between two defenders,
Mm-hmm.
half chances.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have those kind of players. If
Mm-hmm.
they had it, they would destroy us in that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So I want to ask you this question about
Yes.
Guavon.
Yes.
I showed you what he did in the tactics in tactical analysis. That he went for Victor Osimhen, just get the ball, cross the ball for Victor Osimhen.
Mm.
Do you think that it's right with the players we have? We should just be crossing the ball. That it should be our tactics. Is it fair?
I mean, the truth of the matter is, And I think the media too, we don't help matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll say we have the best squad in recent times. We
Mm-hmm.
told you that. We
Mm-hmm.
told you. We have an average squad.
Mm-hmm.
Our strength is more in the attack.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you go to the middle of the park, it's not. They are just Don't get me wrong. They are good players, but they're not like exceptional players.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, it's slow,
Mm-hmm.
super slow. So is
Mm-hmm.
it Didi that will run and initiate a pass to Osimhen and make a true pass? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have those personnel in the midfield. The only closest person that will say, okay, has some spark of creativity is Iwobi. And you just don't know the Iwobi that will show up in a day, you know? So back to answer your question, I don't know. I think it's a mixture of two things. It's a mixture of the coach feeling like, well, I don't think my boys are really creative in the middle. Just just play that ball to Osimhen.
Yeah.
If you play 10 of those balls, Osimhen will get 2 and you might convert them, right? Another side of me tells me that if we have like a very tactical coach that is good, right? It can make lemonade out of lemons, right? It can do something if given time, obviously. Parcero could not crack that midfield. If you notice, it couldn't. It couldn't solve the midfield problem. We just managed. And the truth of the matter is, in that AFCON, if you take what's his name? If you take Osimhen out of the AFCON, we're not going anywhere. We were not going anywhere. We're not going to get to the finals without Osimhen, right? So he was our star man. He was our star power. Even though he scored a goal, but he worked hard for the team. He did a lot for the team. So I think it's a mixture of two for me. I think it's a fact that Ego Avon is feeling like, well, I don't have the personnel, just play to Osimhen. Osimhen will do something. Also, a part of me tells me that a good coach can make something out of nothing, right? And find a way to play it in such a way that we're not going to be playing Aram football. Because right now we're playing a lot of Aram football.
Yes. So, looking at this now, South Africa went to Uganda to go and dominate Uganda and beat Uganda in Kampala.
In Kampala, yeah.
They went there, they dominated the game, and they actually beat Uganda in Kampala.
Yeah.
But if it's Nigeria, we'll be saying it's a fair result. Any small thing we give, these guys, I'm talking about Benin Republic guys, they were playing in the local league. In fact, the right back that played against Lukman was playing for under 20 just a few months ago. So
that number 11 guy.
Yes. What is the problem?
First of all, the truth of the matter is we should be winning. Even that Uganda game that went to play 0-0, we should be winning that game. We should be winning those games. I can't remember the last time Nigeria played a beautiful football. I'm not gonna lie to you, Smith. Like, even during this time of Keshi, the football was really, really. But we always find a way to get the result, right?
Yeah.
I remember the game, the World Cup playoffs between Ethiopia and Nigeria in Addis Ababa. Very ugly game, but we see how the way to Emenike, courtesy of Emenike, right? He made something out of nothing, right?
Out of nothing, yes.
I can't remember I think the last time I saw us play beautiful football was maybe around that 1998, France 98 or something. We've not really been playing good football. I think West African football is more like just, run, be physical, cross. Hopefully you have a good striker, that will knock the ball at the back of the net, right?
Yes.
So I don't know. It's just, and also you have to also remember that when opponents play us, they are extra motivated. Look at Lukman yesterday.
Yes.
Once Lukman has the ball, 3 players are on Lukman.
Yes.
Not 2, 3. 3 players were on Lukman when he had the ball. So I think also you need to remember that players and other teams are extra motivated when they play us because it's Nigeria. It's a big brand.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we don't have those players anymore that are like those Amokachi, people that are kind of skillful. Tell me a
Yeah.
skillful player in Super Eagles right now. Maybe Demola Lookman and Chukwueze and Samuel Moses.
Yes.
We don't have a single skillful player in the middle of the park.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can call skillful.
So
also you have to also know that the game is changing, the dynamics of the game is changing.
Yes.
So there are several factors to it why we don't play that kind of nice football anymore.
Yeah. So I know I honestly I should would agree with you. But where does this leave us, Shonobi, before I should wrap it up? Do you think that this match should take us to the World Cup qualifiers? Because I saw Zimbabwe play against Africa, the World Cup qualifier. They went to go and get the coach, and I saw the way they were playing now. I saw the way Comoros are playing now. I saw teams in Africa, when they got a new coach, I realized the way they are playing. Things have changed. I saw Cameroon. Cameroon was like rock bottom. Now they're top of the World Cup qualifier group. They've qualified for the AFCON.
Yeah.
The guy that the Cameroon employed was the guy we wanted to employ.
The Belgium guy.
The
guy is good.
Yeah, it's good. So my issue is this: do you think that it's high time that we let this man go? That is number one. And secondly, if you are Austin Eguavon, or if you are very close to him, will you tell him to leave this job? And I will tell you the reason why. When the times that Nigeria did not qualify for the World Cup since '94, Eguavon name was mentioned. 2006, 2022, and it's looking likely now in America for mental health. Will you advise him to throw in the towel, like just leave this thing for this guy? Say, let him go and look for a job. Will you advise him? Secondly, do you think that he should leave, or NFF should let him go?
Well, so we need to also remember that retirements and Nigerians, they are like oil and water. They don't see eye to eye. We don't retire in Nigeria. We don't retire, and we have to consider the economic situation of the place, right? So retirement and Nigeria is nah. So he won't go. Now, you mentioned something that will somebody tell him. Now, anybody that tells him now is an enemy. Nigeria now, enemy of progress. They don't want to progress. So nobody will say anything. Unfortunately, he's likely going to lead us to the World Cup qualifiers. Unfortunately. Because NFF will say they don't have money. I think also you also raised a very important question. I also think it's a bit selfish, in my own opinion, because the pain and agony it cost us at that Ghana game. That game, we should be winning that game in Abuja. Imagine bringing Shehu Abdullahi into the midfield. There were a lot of things he did in that game that were very questionable, right? And we should learn to tone down on being proud that, we are Nigeria. Come on, get a result first, man. We are nothing to be toyed with, and you are getting draw. I beg. Anyways, I don't know. I mean, I think unfortunately it's going to be the one that will lead it, and I think it's selfish because every man should look into the mirror and say look. Can Eguavon look in the mirror and say, I can win the next 6 games for Nigeria?
No,
that's the thing. But we do it. Sometimes sometimes when you get a job, within you that this job I'm not qualified. You will know. And the ones that you are qualified for, you will know. You know the ones that are qualified and the one you are not up to par.
Yes.
He knows that he's not, but he will still want to. Maybe he's trying to prove a point this time to say, okay, I can take these guys to the World Cup, but the antecedents does not even tell. I'm even surprised that he got a draw. I was expecting him to lose, honestly. Because I've never seen Eguavon come back from a 1-0 before. I've never seen him. Ghana doesn't count because Ghana qualified for the World Cup. So that 1-1 is a victory, in my own opinion. Yeah.
Let me just let me just go to Dakwada. Thanks for joining. I can see that Gunners, 2 Gunners repping Gunners here. So Dakwada, I know that You are a fan of Eguavon. I don't know.
I'm not.
But,
Fan of
no, I'm just trying to
fan
be
of
sarcastic here.
who?
But can you just just summarize the whole thing for us? We've looked at everything. He got it wrong from start to finish, and it was obvious that Genetro went to go and study the game in Uyo. And I told you that anytime a coach study Eguavon, that is all. Just allow a coach to study him. That is all.
What Genetro did in that game was very simple. Benin played a mid block to a low block.
Yeah.
We were not occupying the half spaces. Why are you playing Kelechi Iheanacho? You are playing Kelechi Iheanacho. He was playing Kelechi Iheanacho as a left winger / an hybrid attacking midfielder. It cannot work. Yes, he doesn't have the work rate to be able to switch between two roles. He cannot occupy the half spaces comfortably. He made two passes. But that flank was dead. Ola was the one running the whole flank. There was no help. So, zero help. Zero help to Ola. Lookman is not a winger. He's not
a winger.
See, Lookman can play as a winger, but Lookman is best effective as an inside forward. When he's between the half spaces, between the right back and the center back, that's where Lookman is most effective. If you watch his game at Atlanta, they play 3-4-3. He's all in between. Sometimes he drops when their wing back now runs that channel, and that is how we created our first the chance for Osimhen. Lookman was on the wing, and Oyemachi ran into that out space to make a cross. But you always put Lookman. They now made it worse. You switch Lookman to left wing. That man is statistically not there. Let's be honest with ourselves. Don't push. I saw one of our, I don't like to call them journalists, one of our Nigerian bloggers was saying earlier today that what has a Nigerian coach done? What has a foreign coach done that a Nigerian coach has not done? That is Keshi that took us to the World Cup. That one nation that Eguavon is not the answer. I can promise you, if Eguavon is the one taking us to the next round of who are we playing first? Rwanda.
Rwanda, in Kigali,
draw, and that's the end.
That's the end. So
if Osimhen is not playing, just pray that Osimhen is present all those 6 games.
See. One prayer is Osimhen should be present. Present, he should be on it. If Osimhen can be present and Osimhen off this, and he has his off this for any day Osimhen this for his Super Eagles, that's the end.
Against Central African Republic, it was there and we lost in Lagos.
Exactly.
That was his off day.
It was his off day. Now you are playing a midfield 2 of Ndidi and Iwobi. Ndidi does not have the legs for a 3-4-3. A 3-4-3 need 2 energetic midfielders. I'll give an example. Manchester United, Ten Hag, when he was playing this thing, you could see you play Casemiro. You see there was a big space in between the midfield because Casemiro does not have the legs to cover again. Now they play Ugarte and Casemiro. One with us and one who still has the legs.
Yeah.
You're going to play 3-4-3. You need to use people that have legs in the midfield. If you're going to play 3, either you take Ndidi to center back, which because in Nigeria I feel is too big, or sit him on the bench and play Onyeka. That has legs.
That boy can play. Onyeka, that boy can play.
3, he has the engine to run. Our midfield will not be vacant. If you want to play 4-3, the best is to play a 3-4-1-2.
Yeah.
I saw that he wanted to use it. It was just like briefly.
Yeah.
Where Lookman and Osimhen split.
Yeah.
One to the left and one to the right.
Yeah.
And I think Obi was behind them. And I thought, okay, maybe they'll continue with this. All of it, I thought that they stopped.
Yes. I want to ask this question now, there, because I'm going to wrap up very soon. I want to go to Shonopi before I go to the weather. Shonopi, the game on Monday, we qualified. We are top of the group. So Rwanda need to win, but then, and we don't care about what is going on between them. And I want to also say Ghana too, they'll not be going. I wanted them to qualify for the AFCON, but unfortunately,
did they win today or they lost?
They drew 1-1.
They drew 1-1 in
They're supposed to beat them.
So before I even ask that question, ask you that question. That whether remember when they made the just of this AFCON, me and you we had a preview and we predicted who will qualify for the next AFCON. So after Monday, we will come and mark our scores. How did you actually want? The top one perform. So we see who actually won. So that what I want to ask you, Sean, this question. See against Rwanda, what do you think Eguavon should be doing against Rwanda? What do you think should be his approach for the game against Rwanda on Monday?
I mean, if I'm Eguavon, I will. I mean, we've qualified. I'll give some players some chance to play. I would like to see a player like Frank Oyeka start the game. I like to see him start the game. Obviously, sorry about. May so rest in peace. Stanley Nwabali's dad. He's not going to be there. So that Maduka Okoye will man the post, because he hasn't manned the post since Cameroon against Tunisia. So I expect him to give some players some chance. I expect him to try some things, because, to be honest, I'm scared about our defense. Ekong is a leader. He's a legend. He's done a lot for Nigeria, but he doesn't have that legs anymore. You can see it. If you notice, as soon as they changed the formation to 4-4-2, they were even that 4-4-2. They were still very, very vulnerable with that 4-4-2 formation.
It was
that
4-2-3-1, not 4-4-2.
4-2-3-1. Sorry, it's not 4-2. Yeah, 4-2-3-1. They were very vulnerable. That's why Pacero was so scared.
They were very susceptible.
But you said
Pacero was so scared of that defense. That's why he was playing that 5 at the back.
See, John, let me say something. Ekong, very good player, but for me, we know before that Ekong cannot play in a 4 back.
Yeah, he can't play.
Even if he's during, if you check AFCON, check the game against Equatorial Guinea in the first leg, in the first match.
4-3-3. We did a 4-3-3 or something.
4-3-3. He paired with this guy, Samia Jai, in that back line. You can see that they were splitting them with passes. If you see that when we came to a 4-2-3-1, but when I saw the pictures here, it was 4-2-4. So I saw that they were playing long balls, especially Ekong side. Why? I think Electro knew that. He managed Ekong for 5 years.
Of course, now.
He managed Ekong for 5 years. He knew what Ekong could do. So he was just playing those long balls, and Ekong's side becoming uncomfortable. I can see from his face. It was so comfortable.
It was when they brought in Boniface, they switched to 4-4.
Okay, yeah. Put you 4-4, yeah. So 4-4, yeah.
See. The thing for me is that these players are really educated. They've been under the tutelage of good coaches. They are educated. You can't go to Europe and be playing week in, week out. That means it's not about that I can play ball. You're also listening. Football is the school, right? I just wish we had a manager that can really harness the potentials of these players on the field. We don't have it. So for the Rwanda game, I expect him just to try new things. We've already qualified.
Please, the new things is not that you go and start Sadiq Kumar.
No. So what I'm saying is, like, because fans will say expect us to win.
Hassan Yusuf.
I will want to see Dele Bashiru play. but Dele Bashiru too is not playing in his club. He's not playing in his club. That's the problem. He's being benched a lot. But I was expecting him to play like Dele Bashiru, play Franco Eka.
They said Dele Bashiru has a knock. They are not transparent. He was one of our content creators or blogger, journalist in quotes, that was saying that Dele Bashiru got a knock before the Benin game, and he's not sure he will play on Monday.
Okay.
Where the NFF, who is our media officer? You cannot put out
Patrick, this guy from CVC.
Pre-match. This is what this player is not available because of this. Online now has gone back to Nottingham Forest. You not put out a statement why he has gone back to his club?
There's no statement that to tell you he has gone back to his club.
Online now has gone back.
He has gone back to his club.
Online fly back to them to Nigeria.
So he didn't fly out to Nigeria. He went straight away to. He went straight away to
Forest.
From Abidjan. His club booked him straight away. See, all I know is probably one of the best right back in the Premier League now. One of the
guys is at the top
this season,
top level.
This season.
Yeah.
If you are naming two top right backs in the Premier League, all I know is top two.
Definitely. So, he's playing at the top level. He played at the top level to the AFCON. He played very well at the AFCON.
Yeah. I have a comment here. But Dagwada, Kebaba said that Dagwada will go fight to stop calling people bloggers now. Kebaba is
but Kebaba, I respect you a lot. You've done a lot for the journalism industry.
He's just trying to flag you. He knows that.
I know. Yeah. I know, but they are moving like that.
They are moving like that. So Dagwada, I want to start. I'm going to ask you this question. Do you think that Bobo Mwabali is becoming too comfortable? Because he's giving us like Uzor vibes. So that goal was like Uzor vibes. So
yes. Okay, sorry. This is a question for that.
Yeah, I will see answer that too. That was like Uzor vibes. So I have to be honest with you.
Before I say what I want to say, I'm sorry to refer to them again. When we considered the goal, and one of them goes, who was at fault for the goal? Ekong did not mark his man. Are you a joke to me? Are you a joke?
Gabon was doing zona marking. He was zona marking. They didn't practice it very well. It was zona marking. They didn't practice it very well.
Are you a joker? I play football every day. I go in goal. Catch your ball. If the ball came straight to him, he didn't position.
Yeah.
And like you said, he's getting too comfortable. He feels that no shaking.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say but we have seen a few mistakes he has done. I don't want to start in Super Eagles player. I always to be there to support, to back each and every player. But he needs to know that there are some mistakes you cannot make.
Yes.
That's a basic goalkeeping stuff. In my opinion.
Yes.
Basic. He was not the header did not have power. Not have pace. It was straighted at him. Catch your ball.
Yeah.
Or parry it or something.
That ball, there's no parrying. It was straight at him. What you know what I did not get right? His positioning of in goalkeeping, when the ball is coming at you, you try and balance your body to be able to have a hold of the ball and not lose it. So he's trying to position his body properly. He did not calculate the flight of the ball. Got of the flight of the ball wrong.
And that was it. So I want to ask other questions, but I'm going to ask you a question.
Before you ask the question, before you ask the question, goalkeeper coach. Mr.
Goalkeeper coach is nothing. See,
our goalkeeper coach knew. What these are the questions we keep asking.
He wasn't even properly trained goalkeeper coach. He was coach of under 20 goalkeeping. He was working for Osun United. It wasn't like a proper one because they asked Keshe Rumuno to come to camp. So they asked guys to go over. Since then, see, OJB, my friend, was there during AFCON. This man was not even involved in their training. It was the white guy from Portugal that was training them. But suddenly now, this guy is now the top goalkeeper coach. So
good point. That one.
Yes.
Good point.
Yes, Jolopi. Do you think it's fair to throw your debut, to throw you just out like that? You are playing the first game for your country. You have never been among these guys before, and you are starting a game after just 2 days of training. After I won an day of training for
Sorry, there was a little bit of lag or something on my hand, so I kind of lost you a little bit.
All right, let me just say it again. Do you think it's fair to start Gabriel Osho in that game after just 1.5 days of training?
So the question was, if he was playing 3 at the back, 3-4-3, who was going to be the third guy to play? It was the obvious one now. It's the obvious guy. Semi is not there. Who else is going to be there? There's no Kenan.
There's one home-based player there.
Yeah, of course. He will pick Osho first, obviously.
Lack of quality.
He's the obvious guy. I mean, so obvious. I knew he was going to play. I knew he was likely going to play 3-4-3 against Benin. And I knew Osho was going to start. Because it was very obvious. And I think he didn't have the best of debut, but hopefully he's going to get better.
I think they should give him the chance to play against Rwanda.
Yes. Me too. I think so, because the guy can play. The guy is a good player.
To play on base player to advertise him.
And I hope that they can beat that home base, because at the end of the day, it's sad. So now my final thing is that you have to now make your starting lineup for the game. So I'm going to start with whether for the game against Rwanda in Kigali. Against Rwanda in Uyo, how will you start the game?
No,
are you going to play 3-4-3 formation too?
Tom, his last game, why are they playing 3-4-3?
But he's playing the 3-4-3 formation now at home.
If they score them 4, then like we know him, he has changed to 4-2-3-1 in that match. At halftime. That's why we continue it. You see, we'll go with Okoye as goalkeeper. Was Bright right back. Basi and Ekong. Bruno. You see, they'll still play in Didi. You play on Didi and Onyedika. Play Chukwueze on the left. No, you play Moses Simon and Lookman flank.
Shanopi, do you want to see the lineup?
I'll say 4-3-3.
Yeah.
I'll use a 4-3-3 formation. Okoye, obviously. That one's too glaring. I would say Osai Samuel, now that Olaino is not there. So Osai Samuel will play 2. Oyemachi is the only obvious third left back there. In the middle of the park, I think he might want to shovel things up a little bit. So I would say Ekong provides some leadership. So I would say I don't know. So I feel like Basi might be dropped.
For sure.
Maybe, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I just have that feeling that Basi might be dropped for sure. Again, we're already topping the table, and we're quite comfortable. So middle of the park, I'll say Bruno Oyemachi. No. Left flank, Bruno Oyemachi. Then what's the name of this guy in Belgium? Oyedika, Raphael Oyedika. Yeah, in the middle of the park. Then I will say Iwobi. Then I will say let's see, who else?
I think I don't. I'm trying to play Onyeka Oyedika.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. So I'll pick Iwobi, Onyeka, and Raphael Oyedika. Then in the front line, I don't know. This might be tricky because Osimhen is now tied with Mathematica now on 23 goals. So you might want to use that point to score, or they might want to rest him. I would say Boniface, Samuel Chukwueze, and Moses Simon.
Simon. Okay, Boniface, Samuel Chukwueze.
Yeah. Then later they might bring.
They
might bring them in later.
Okay, later. So for me, I want to give.
Okay, go.
I want to give my lineup too. For me, I'm always very strategic, and I think that when they gave us this AFCON draw, I spoke to my very good friend. You know him very well, as a comedian. I won't mention his name. So that thank God though, they gave us this AFCON draw that at least we get Benin Republic and Rwanda in this group. That at least we will test ground to see how we go face them next year. I don't think we achieved that goal. I think against Rwanda, we did not show how we want to even play them next year. So for me, if you want to salvage anything from this qualifier, if you're going to lead us next year, is use this game to experiment. And I said it about 6 months ago. No, just before, after the game against Africa, that if you want to go to Rwanda, you must have the ball. Don't allow this small thing to be dominating you. The last qualifier we played in Rwanda was 51-41 in possession, 51-49 in possession. You have to go there, take the ball from them. When you don't have the ball, they get frustrated. They make mistakes. They are not disciplined. They stay out of position.
They'll kick you.
They kick you. They make mistakes. They stay out of position. You have to starve them of the ball. That is why I said that if it comes to me and advise him, I would say we should go for what? It should go for a 3-6-1. It should go for a 3-6-1.
Hold on one second. What do you say?
It should go for a 3-6-1. Yes.
Okay.
3-6-1 can turn into anything. It could be 3-5-2. But I'm telling you, we are not talented in midfield. We need more bodies there. I showed you the mistakes of Rwanda. Is still here. For me, I know that Osho is not his first choice. Semiaja is his first choice. Hopefully, he's going to be back. But it's 4 months. He says it's out of 4 months. It's 4 months. I don't know how many months. So I don't know how long he's out. So if he's out for 4 months, that means that he might probably even miss that game next year. So for me, I will look for a way to still play Osho, but my mind will be on bringing in Kevin Apoguma to come and play that right. Yes. I think, I don't know, maybe he offended them, but I think he deserves to be called, even I know for sure. He's one of the best defender now in the Bundesliga for Hoffenheim. Very good player. I will still go for a 3-5 because I'm like you. This Super Eagle cannot play 2-4 at the back. In all honesty, I was rooting for this guy from Chelsea, Tosin Adarabioyo. If he could change nationality, that would be better for Nigeria. He can play Kevin Bassey the way they do in Fulham and play 4-back.
Kevin Bassey is a leader. Kevin Bassey is a good defender, but he needs somebody that will lead him.
That will lead him and that will communicate with him. As it's also good.
Yeah.
Echo is a leader, but it's not that good. Adarabioyo is good and can also lead. That is one good thing about him. So 3-5, we cannot play 4 at the back. We're going to be in trouble. I'm going to still play that same back three. But with the mind that this Osho, I might change Osho. The Bruno too, though very good player, but defensively suspect. Position-wise, suspect. A lot of people have been hailing him, but he's suspect position when his position. Go and check those. He was all over the place. It was all over the place. So I will only switch Alex Iwobi for Rafael Onyedika. I will sue Frank Onyeka. I will put Frank Onyeka for Uwe Ndidi, and I will also now play this guy, Alex Iwobi, in front of them. Now, I will play Bruno Imechi. I will play him as a left, but with the mind that I'm still going to be searching for players. I'm going to play with Simon as like a decoy right wing back, but it's going to be more of attacking. Don't forget that he has played this role before several
Under
times.
General.
Under General, and it's very dangerous. When you know that you are playing against a team that you might probably be having the ball, it will go be like running late. It's doing very dangerous. And what's it called? I'm going to play Lookman and Osimhen up front because that's the future of our forward line. Lookman and Osimhen up front. You need someone very close to Lookman, very close to Osimhen up front. That formation can change to a 4-3-3. You can bring this guy, the guy from London's Simon, to join them up front to be 3 or to be 3-4-3. You can change things around. And secondly, too, the issue of trying to play a left-sided player, a left-footed player on the right side, I think we should abandon it. I think Alex Iwobi can play that role. Even that right wing role. He's playing very well for him. Why are you waiting for Iheanacho Kuchukwueze? If you're not performing well, just play this guy, play Alex Iwobi, right wing. He's been playing that one for Fulham and been scoring goals, assisting. So why was limiting him? Playing that for national team. So, and I want to point out something too. Eguavon, anytime I've been watching Fulham, Everton, Arsenal, even your Arsenal, Alex Iwobi is not part of their set piece routine. No, he's not always in the. He's not. Why will you be? He's not part of it. There's a way they structure it in Fulham. Alex Iwobi is not part of it. He's going to stay at the edge of the box. He's not going to be the one to be marking player. I don't that Eguavon, I don't know, but you should know better. When I saw him lose his marker and everything, I was like, this boy cannot do this thing.
Sorry to cut you. He cannot know better because in the world of football now, there are people that are paid for that.
Yes, I paid for that. Yeah.
See,
our administration will kill this football, man. They will kill this football.
They will kill this thing.
Even national teams have set piece specialists that they will sit down with their job.
Yeah, they will sit down and they say,
Coach, your roles or what to think of is too big.
It's
that
too
will
big
even be to be
thinking about this thing. So, and I've asked Sean Opie before. I'm going to ask you the final question now. Whether Eguavon to stay or to go? To go. Okay. Thank you.
They should not into TDO.
Yeah, and
he should become advisor. NFL should be on their board of trustees or something.
Yeah.
Should be
advisor, not on the pitch anymore. To go. Everybody are saying to go. Yeah.
Four facts.
Before we go, I want to draw something. For us to know that we don't need every player in our team to be good to get fantastic football and results. When Morocco was going to the World Cup, we could only name about 4 or 5 players that were very good. And I'll mention Bono, El Nesiri. El Nesiri was not even such, but El Nesiri, Ziyech, Hakimi, and let me say maybe Mazraoui. And
Mazraoui,
or Amrabat.
Yes, no, Amrabat was not even one education. No.
So
Amrabat was not their main player then.
In Super Eagles, I'm sure we can convincingly say we have at least 5 players down that same with Morocco. But they did exploits in the World Cup.
Yes.
And why? Because they had a manager and the players he had and what he could do with them. So if we keep saying, our players, give these guys a very good manager and you see him do the best out of them.
And that is very good. And just to back what you said up, I saw Morocco taught Gabon a lesson again. Away from home this evening. They taught Gabon a very good lesson. Like a proper lesson. We cannot go there and beat Gabon like that. Never. They went there to teach Gabon. 4-1. Also, I saw 4-1 now. You had 4-1?
5-1. 5-1.
They went there. See, that place we don't win there. They went there to teach Gabon lesson. So, Shanopi, scholar prediction.
Before I say my scholar prediction, fun fact. when what's his name? When Guavon was coaching Nigeria in 2006, Guardiola was still like the youth coach in Barcelona.
La Masia, it was coaching La Masia.
That's the youth coach, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So and that's his mentor. Okay. Anyways, so yeah. Did I say anything? I was just talking. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think we're gonna win, man. We're gonna win. It's probably gonna be like 2-0 or something. Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna win Rwanda because the fans will be angry.
This bomb where you throw it's gonna go places. So because
I beg you.
No, I didn't even know that too. I didn't even know that.
I thought about it for a long time. I just decided to keep it in my mind. I was like, maybe, yeah.
You're right, though.
Yes, now.
Like 2006 was Barca Arsenal final now.
Was Rijkaard now? Was Frank Rijkaard now?
Yes.
That's his mentor. Anyways, 2-0 because first of all, the fans don't want to know that we've qualified. They still want us to win, and they know what is at stake.
Yeah.
So the players will obviously shake up all this nonsense they played in Abidjan and put in a good show. But it's just sad that we might likely not qualify for 2 World Cups back to back. It's very sad. It's very sad. It's very sad. It's going to be painful. That Abuja one was so painful.
Sean Opie have told me to lie that we are not going to. Don't let me say it out loud so that people at the back will know it.
Just whisper it.
We are not going to call it.
I deal with you for that school, man. And the truth of the matter is that just know that one now so that when it happens, it won't pain you too much. Embrace the reality right now that 6 games. Okay, don't let us be greedy. Can we win 5 out of those 6 games?
So Shinobi, I know I'll throw a question to you. When last did you win an away game in Africa?
That was during that was during Pesero. 3-2. 3-2 Sierra Leone.
Against Sierra Leone. And the issue is this: we play on the neutral venue. Yeah,
because General, we used to win a lot of away games on that General. But we won a lot of away games.
These guys, we've not won. I just a chance for you to prove yourself. But unfortunately, I think he did not actually prove himself. Other than a draw, we are even better playing away from home than playing at home.
Yes, General.
Yeah, if it's going to draw that is coaching Nigeria now, I think we will go to the World Cup because
General is a good coach, but he also benefited a lot from the abundance of the Victor Moses that was in top form under Conte. He benefited from a lot of these. Igalo, Watford, they later went to China. So as soon as those classes of people passed away, Onazi,
when you mentioned those 2 players, that was why Metro was so quick to replace Victor Moses. By which player? Samuel Kalu. But unfortunately, where's Kalu playing now? Kalu never lived up to expectations.
By the 2019 Nations Cup, Moses wasn't there anymore. Onazi wasn't there anymore. The level of the team has dropped. I remember asking Leon Balogun in one of the Twitter live. I said, "What's the difference between the Algeria you beat in Uyo and the Algeria that beat you in Egypt?" He said some players actually left. The quality dropped. Yeah, he said it.
The quality dropped.
Yeah, it dropped because when you have a player like Onazi, are you kidding me? Those guys could run ragged. They will run you tired in the midfield. When was in form? You have a player like Moses, and anytime the joy about Moses is that anytime he's playing consistently under a coach, he's always happy in the national team. But anytime they start moving him around, you see him not play well.
He gets ready. He gets like the rhythm.
That's why in Russia, if you remember, Mourinho has already joined Chelsea and they've already shipped him away. I can't remember where they shipped him to. That Russia World Cup, we didn't see the best of Moses.
Yeah, I don't. You didn't see the best
As a
of
matter of
Moses.
fact, in Brazil 2014, they've already shipped him to Liverpool. We didn't see the best of Moses. All the times we saw the best of Moses was when he was playing under a coach and they were playing him. Anytime Moses comes, man, he will dazzle for Nigeria.
And in all honesty, if one of the Nigerian players that played for the best clubs in the world, the player that played for Inter Milan, played for Chelsea, played for Liverpool, it's well traveled, man. Well traveled player. And
solid player,
well traveled. Somebody has already given you an excuse. Say, Napacero put us in this mess. During those games, he's supposed to win.
Please, I have a reply for that person.
He drew 2 games now. Kilo D.
2 games since last year.
This is
Chonopi, please, I have a reply for that person.
Yes.
Yeah.
When new manager comes, there's something called the new manager bounce. I've never seen it. You keep blaming the old coach. With the new manager, if the old manager was the problem, the players will be excited that they want to show. You bring something to the table. With what you bring to the table, your new thing that others don't know about, and with the excitement of the players that they want to prove that, we are not the problem. But it's never Nigeria. Why?
Yeah.
Because the people you bring don't even have their stuff. They don't have their stuff to even get the players motivated.
Yes.
They call him Parcero since last year.
Yes, it's his favorite.
Parcero is not even the greatest coach. But one thing he did was that he were leaking goals. He was like, this leak is too much. But yeah, we got to play back. Three central defenders.
Go and notice a pattern with Portuguese coaches. They know how to coach a mid block to a low block. They know how to defend.
3 at the back is just telling you that my defense is suspect. Simple and straightforward. When you're playing 3 center backs, obviously you are covering something. You are covering a crack. You understand? But luckily we had players like Lukman, we had Osimhen. Oh my God, that boy is a star boy, man. God keep blessing that boy. That boy made us get into that final. I was telling before you joined, I was telling Smith that without Osimhen, we're not going to that finals of the AFCON.
Yeah. I also agree. I also agree to that.
We're not going to go there because he will make something out of nothing. Look at that Cote d'Ivoire penalty in the group stage. Look at what he did against South Africa. He took the ball to the back, just started driving through a wall. He knew he wasn't going anywhere.
But for me, I know Henry saying that we drew against Lesotho and Zimbabwe. But what about losing to Benin Republic?
Smith-Lai.
That was terrible, man.
That was terrible.
If NFF hire Renard on Monday, I will beat my chest and see what going to the World Cup.
But why is Renard not coming though? Why is he not coming?
No, the issue is this. The NFF does not see. The issue is that we don't have football fans running Nigerian football. In my own opinion, I don't say they don't care. What they are looking for, the people you see there in the Shuku, maybe Kafsi, I don't know. Kafsi, they don't. These are guys that have not even proved themselves. See, since the years that Gumede have been working as a Raymond Stars coach, there's only one game. One game in a continent. Yes. So, and people are hyping, one game in the continent. A lot of people don't look at all these things.
They born better. May win just one Champions League.
Anyway, I know that I'm shoot up past my time, but someone that gave a comment here to Sean OP said that Admiral Lukman had the better AFCON. He was starting to talk to Sean OP. That is our very good friend and Channels TV sports reporter. Proudly Austin. He told you that Lukman did well in AFCON and Osimhen. Just respond to that, then we wrap it up.
100%.
Well, so Lukman scored 3 goals. Yes.
1 assist.
1 assist. But in terms of and Osimhen,
so many opportunities, so many chances too.
Osimhen lost chances, but it was a driving force. It was a driving force. It was a fighting force. He fought through in all those games. He had something. Almost all the goals we scored, he had a hand in it. For that reason, me and Austin went to the same school, and I'm my guy.
Okay.
Austin,
Sean, I think.
Yes, yeah. I'm my guy.
Sean, I think
Austin, I disagree with you on that one. I still think it was the enigma. I think Osimhen was the enigma in that thing. Now,
Sean,
look, you called it right though, Smith. You remember you said before the competition that look out for Lookman. I was like, waiting this guy to talk, but you were right.
Yeah.
But in terms of influence, that catalyst, now Osimhen, is Osimhen for me in that competition.
I'll add something while disagreeing with you, Paul. I think I would add to what you said. I think Osimhen was two things: an X factor and a fear factor.
I had a bad AFCON in that. Continue, sorry, Jawada.
Because Osimhen created fear in opposition.
Yeah.
This guy is an hunter. He's coming to hunt. So that fear was already in defender that is sleep. That's it. But in terms of performances, like on the pitch, on the game days, Lookman had better performances. But because the personality of Osimhen has, where he plays, he brought that fear factor into guy. Nami they come. I'm sorry,
bulldozer.
Exactly. Nami they come. If I catch, I go chop. So that was there. That's where the drive comes.
That's the catalyst. That's the enigma piece I'm talking about. That's the enigmatic piece I'm talking about.
Lookman better performances.
So someone just spoke to you, Shalupi, that Avarinad has returned to his new coach as the new coach of Arabia and led his team to an away draw against Australia. They nearly won, but a goal was allowed due to an offside call. So that means that Avarinad said that it was close to getting Nigeria, but after the last minute, when they saw some contract they are putting out,
he was like, "These people are not serious."
And the coach of the guy that went to apply to that guy, the former coach of Gambia. What's it called again? What guys can remind me, please? That former Gambian coach.
That
Renato Safet or something like that. Santa Fe or something like that.
Santifet, yeah.
Santifet,
is not the coach of Mali. I think they won away today against. No, they went to win away. See, the issue is this: Santifet left Gambia. Gambia today failed to qualify for the AFCON for the first time in like 6 years. Today they lost at home to Comoros. Now Comoros have qualified for the AFCON.
Leadership is very, very important.
That is it.
Leadership.
Do you know what's signed that contract? 20% we go to.
When you have seen that, you know that this thing.
Apostle off the mic.
So that's Santifet. You see that Santifet was the catalyst in what? In Gambia. He left the job in Gambia. You can see now that at the end of the day, Gambia failed now to qualify despite having talent. One of the best talents in Africa. They are having that. They have failed to qualify for the AFCON for the first time.
Santifet would have actually been a good coach for Nigeria.
Yeah. He has been eyeing the coach for 10 years. For him to be into
Let's say get some people for that NFL. We don't like him.
We don't like him. Yeah. He wanted to coach Nigeria for a long time. That's his dream job, to coach Nigeria. But Mali saw that gap. Mali employed, and now he's winning games. And if care is not taken, Mali can even qualify for the World Cup at the expense of Ghana. Watch out.
Mali has a good team. They have a good team.
Yeah, it's going to be a double whammy for Ghana if care is not taken. People just said against
let's see if they don't fire Tuado.
I don't think he did badly today. And the guy that played in their defense today, Simpson something, he was playing for Ashanti Gold in Ghana. He was so good against Angola. So I was wondering that where is will be this guy, But unfortunately,
Ghana is topping the grouping for their World Cup qualifiers.
That's second to Comoros.
Okay, let me ask you a question before I know you got to go.
Yeah,
going to the World Cup.
Yeah,
and you and I know we can't win it. They don't let us disturb. But at least we'll go to second. At least if Nigeria gets to second round, anything after second round is a plus, right?
Yeah.
Or you go to AFCON in 2025 and win the Nations Cup at the expense of not going to the World Cup. Which one are you going to pick?
My brother, I'm going to the World Cup. See, this World Cup, it's not even. This World Cup is not even about Nigeria. This is a life-changing World Cup, economic World Cup.
Yeah.
Visa World Cup. Jackpot World Cup.
Jackpot,
everything. So forget about. See, this is like life-changing World Cup. Canada, America, Canada. See, forget about. It's not even for them. It's for the people. I'm just saying it. It's going to give opportunity. Remember when America hosted '94? It changed so many things, So it's not even for World Cup over everything. World Cup over everything. Over everything, because
I'll take that Nations Cup. We've suffered too much for it. I'll take Nations Cup.
World Cup.
I'll take that Nations Cup. We'll carry that Nations Cup.
AFCON is shaky at the moment in Morocco. Can't complete stadium before. Don't forget Morocco will complete stadium for tournament. So Comoros will qualify ahead of Ghana. So Comoros, they don't have stadium, but they can even qualify for the World Cup ahead of Ghana. See, Ghana is in big problem. But guys, thank you for joining today. I really actually enjoy the conversation, and I wish Eguavon the very best of luck. But for me, if I'm to advise him now, I will ask him to step down, because I just think that it's going to be too much.
And it doesn't mean that we don't love our country.
No. We like him. We just want him to be in mental state, mental health. We want him to be stand. Because
stop being sentimental.
Some people are very close to him here. I heard on the class during the Nigeria did not qualify for the World Cup. It was really meant. You should think about his mental health and leave this job for them. If he leaves the job for them and tell them to go and look for a coach, tell them to go and find a coach.
He should think about his mental health and our own mental health too.
Yes, his mental health and our own mental health, and tell them that because I'm telling you something, Chonopi, when Nigeria failed to qualify for the World Cup under Eguavon, what's good to tell us that he didn't start it now. That you against this thing, we didn't win. That's what they will say. Don't worry, the press conference is already written down. So I just hope that
they do press conference. That's if they do press conference.
Yeah, so I just hope that Benin Republic can do us a favor and beat South Africa for us. But even the big South Africa self, I think that it's going to be very hard for us. So thank you guys for joining. Fantastic having the conversation with you. Shonobi, thank you for making your debut on this platform.
Thanks for having me.
And you did well in your debut. More than Gabriel Osho. So so thank you for joining. Thank you, Asisha, for finding time to actually join.
Hey, that was
so
nice
see you again on Friday.
Cheers, Baba.
For the tactical review of the game between Nigeria and Rwanda. We just hope that it's going to go well for Nigeria. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys. Ciao.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining. I will see you again on Friday for your Friday night club. And I remain your host, Mitlai. I will see you on Friday for the review of the game between Nigeria and Rwanda. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the new channel. I'm happy that a lot of people actually were responding. Don't forget to actually like and subscribe. Hey, thank you, my brother. Salam. So I didn't know you actually were there listening. Thank you for actually joining. So I will see you again on Friday. Thank you.